Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving straight into a massive psychological trap that catches pretty much all of us at some point, and that is stress-induced spending. If you've ever felt like you're just running on an endless financial treadmill, well, you're definitely in the right place. We're going to unpack how our daily underlying anxieties are quietly draining our bank accounts, and more importantly, how we can pivot toward a truly empowering financial strategy. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with a very simple yet honestly kind of painful question. Why exactly does a bad day cost so much? I mean, we've all been there, right? You ask yourself why emotional exhaustion so often leads to a completely empty wallet by the end of a hard week. You log off from an absolutely grueling Tuesday at work, you feel drained, and suddenly ordering that insanely expensive takeout or filling up your online shopping cart feels totally justified. It feels like you've earned a reward just for surviving the day. But understanding the why behind that sudden urge is the absolute first step to reclaiming your financial power.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're looking at 4 key things. 1. The stress spending trap. 2. Working for your money. 3. Making your money work. And 4. Breaking the cycle.
Starting things off with Section 1, the stress spending trap.
This right here brilliantly illustrates the vicious cycle we fall into when we try to medicate our daily anxiety with retail therapy. It's like a trap that just snaps shut. It starts with step 1, stress. Your cortisol levels are up, you need a dopamine hit, which leads you straight into step 2, the impulse buy. For a brief moment in step 3, you experience temporary relief. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a fleeting illusion of relief as the delivery driver hands you your unnecessarily expensive sushi. But because it wasn't a planned, rational decision, it almost always leads to step 4, financial guilt. And this, ironically enough, creates even more stress, sending you right back to square one. You are literally paying money to increase your own anxiety over the long term. No way to live, right?
Now check out how this actually hits your wallet. We kind of assume our budgets get wrecked by big, unexpected emergencies. But honestly, look at that emotional spending slice. That's a massive chunk of a typical budget getting silently eaten up. The extra coffees, the redundant subscriptions, those late-night impulse buys, these aren't financial decisions, they are emotional coping mechanisms, and they are chewing right through the capital you desperately need to secure your actual planned future.
Let's move right along to Section 2 and explore the root of this, working for your money.
Working for money. It's the traditional setup we're all taught, right? Directly trading your time and active labor for an income. You put in an hour, you get paid for an hour. If you stop working, well, the money stops flowing. So the crucial point here is that when you rely solely on active labor, your financial security is entirely tethered to your daily grind. If you get sick, if you just need a break, or if the economy takes a weird turn, your income is instantly threatened. That inherently precarious position naturally breeds a constant, heavy layer of stress.
And here is the absolute kicker, the paradox laid bare. Working for money causes the stress that makes you spend that exact same money. Just let that sink in for a second. It becomes a closed loop. The very act of generating your active income fuels the exhaustion that triggers your impulse buys. You work hard to earn a paycheck. The work exhausts you, so you spend the paycheck just to soothe the exhaustion. Which means, you guessed it, you have to go right back to work to earn another paycheck. It's a hamster wheel, and running faster doesn't actually get you off the wheel. Fortunately, there is a fundamental solution to all of this. Let's flip the script and look at Section 3, making your money work.
Look at how these two approaches create completely different realities for you. On one side, trading time for dollars means high active stress. You are constantly racing against the clock. But on the other side, making money work for you means acquiring assets that generate income independently of your time. Your survival is no longer tethered exclusively to your daily labor. It's a total game changer.
To get a bit more precise, making money work means utilizing assets and passive generation strategies to build wealth without that constant, draining active labor. This could be investing in index funds, real estate, or even creating digital products. Once you grasp this, you start to see how financial leverage provides a literal escape route from the daily anxiety of active income. When your money acts as your most tireless employee, I'm talking working 24/7, never needing a coffee break, never asking for a vacation, you completely sever that toxic link between earning and exhaustion.
So how do we make this happen? That brings us to our final section, breaking the cycle. All right, here's how you actually put this into practice and break out of the loop. First up, you've got to recognize those stress triggers before you hit checkout. Just pause and ask yourself, am I buying this because I actually need it or just because I had a really rough Tuesday? That tiny moment of friction, it can literally save you thousands. Next, actively shift your focus toward passive generation. Ask yourself how a purchase could instead buy back your time. And finally, start using financial leverage right now. Even if it's just investing $50 a month, you are building a system that works for you. You're building a buffer that fundamentally lowers your baseline stress.
As we wrap up today's explainer, I really want to leave you with one final thought to ponder this week. Are you working for your money, or is your money working for you? Because honestly, the answer to that question dictates not just your financial future, but your everyday peace of mind. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I challenge you to start making your money do the heavy lifting.